It's breakfast time! We need to dig into the data. Throw the football! I'll take 2 pancakes, extra syrup. 1 cup of coffee to go, please. Man, I'm full! I hope you're hungry, guys, because
it's breakfast time.
That's right, guys. It's me, your host, your league coach, Jer, and that is correct. You did hear Jeff. He's with me. He's back on the intro. He's earned that right.
Thank you. And honestly, Jared, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm seeing progress in my life, and it's clear that you're seeing progress in my life too.
I am.
And so I appreciate that honor of being able to say it's breakfast time. I love that.
You know what? That just hearing us say it together, it was like very special for me too. Because
magic.
Seeing what you've gone through this year, how the lows that you've been in, nothing brings me greater joy than to lift up my brother on my shoulders and carry him around. Well, and that's what I'm doing here.
And you know what? I've never felt so high than right now. So thank you.
We are back. We are better than ever. Healthier than ever.
Oh, yeah.
I would say as well.
Tingling.
And we're going to get right into it. It might be a bit of a quicker show today. I know Jeff's got an appointment.
I've got an appointment later.
Yeah, so we're going to try to keep it snappy today. Don't want Jeff to miss his appointments. They are crucial for him. We are going to get right into it. Jeff, why don't you take it away with flipping injuries? Your segment.
What?
Flipping injuries?
You do. That's your segment, right? You do that.
Jeff, you've been doing flipping injuries the whole year. Do you not remember that? That's your thing.
No.
What
are you talking about? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I know what happened. I'm sorry, Jer.
What?
Dr. Sue mentioned that this might happen. I'm sorry. Just with the shock therapy and the being with Dr. Sue, right, and kind of deleting bad memories. She has mentioned as a byproduct that there might be some side effects of other random memories being deleted, and I guess the injury report was one of those memories. And I'm sorry, Jared.
You actually don't remember doing the injury report like you did for like 12 weeks.
No, it's completely erased. I feel like a fool. I'm so embarrassed right now.
Do you remember the players? Like, you remember, football still?
No, of course I know football still. Of course. So
she deletes just specific parts of memories, but maybe not.
No. What happens is I'm explaining hard stuff that I'm going through and things I don't want to remember, and she's able to, with her shock therapy and other tactics, she's able to essentially delete memories from my brain, freeing me from their prisons. But it's not a perfect science. Some memories on the side get deleted sometimes, and I've never run into that issue until now, and I feel like such an idiot because you're counting on me, and I've messed up again right off the bat.
Jeff, you know what? There will be casualties in war. And you are in a war in your mind.
Yeah.
And killing needs to be done. And maybe you lose a few good men. Okay? A few good memories. The breakfast breakdown was a great memory, and I actually feel sad for you that you forget because you did a heck of a job with it.
With the flipping injuries?
Sorry.
Are some of your memories being deleted now?
Is this contagious? Oh my gosh, man! Dr. Sue's good.
She's the best. That's why she gets paid the big bucks.
Wow. Okay, you know what? I think our league, we have enough maturity, and I think we've taught them how to. What's the word I'm looking for? Investigate. How to look for information in a way that I think they can, for 1 week or 2, look into the injuries themselves. I highly recommend you guys do that. An important part of fantasy football is being aware of your players and who's hurt and who's not hurt. It's actually one of the most important parts, guys. And I don't think I need to say it, but I will. Check on your players. See how they're doing. And I'm not talking just about physical injuries. I'm talking about, was there any arrests this weekend? Was there any allegations? What's going on in their DMs? Is there any claims that have come out that may impact their availability this week? Because it's win or lose, and if you're not willing to dig deep in the way that Jeff's done for weeks for us, then you're going to be in trouble. And so we're giving you the shovel this week. Jeff doesn't remember holding the shovel.
No.
But
you know what? You bring up some good points to this kind of off the field information that's critical. I think even if off the field stuff happens and they're still able to play, that's still going to be in their minds when they play.
Yeah.
And that's going to affect their ability to play. And so even if they're good to play, you need to check, is this something that's going to weigh heavy on their minds and negatively impact their game plan?
I'm sure, Jeff, you have experience of trying to perform at your best while having total and utter shame weighing on you.
Yeah.
That affects you. You can't catch footballs the same way when you're thinking about, the terrible things that you've just done on Saturday night at the club. And these are people, okay? They're not sport people. Robots. They're people, and people hurt people. And then they go to play football, and it's going to impact their game. So you guys need to dig deep this weekend. We're going to put the shovel in your hands and empower you. We have empowered you. I'm doing it all year long. So that was flipping injuries. Thanks, Jeff. Actually, I think you not remembering and us being able to have this conversation, this reminder for the league is probably even more beneficial.
And Dr. Sood knows what she's doing. I'll say that. Wow.
Yeah. I'm impressed and a little nervous for you. I hope you don't forget who I am.
Jared, that's impossible. That's impossible.
Okay.
All right.
I hope so.
You'll always be the greatest cousin I'll ever know.
Cousin?
I pulled your leg, Jared. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Come on. It's not that crazy.
Okay. All right. Moving on here. We got the breakfast breakdown. We are looking at the Mo. Last week, our Mo was Rocks in a Pouch versus Sib Safety. This was King David coming for his throne, coming to claim his throne, to rip the beast out of their seat and take his rightful place. And he fought valiantly, but it didn't quite happen the way we were hoping it would happen. And I felt that David was at a place where I didn't need to guide him anymore. He was on his own.
Right.
And I know I've been giving Sib Safety a lot of shit this year, okay? And some would say I've even been adversarial. But I, in my goodwill, and as league coach, I felt it was my time to step in and at least even the scales a little bit and help out Sib Safety. Send them an olive branch. I think they've been felt hard done to, that I maybe treated them unfairly in the way I've spoken about their team, in the way I've propped people up against them. And so in an effort to do that, I made a waiver claim. I made a waiver claim on a quarterback that I didn't need. I made a waiver claim on Justin Herbert. And do I need a third quarterback on my team? No. What I was doing was protecting Sib Safety from themselves.
Whoa. Okay.
I knew they wanted Justin Herbert. He was the hot commodity on the waiver wire. But I knew that Tua was what was going to give Sib Safety the win. He was going to blow up. And so I made that claim and I blocked him, and I had Mike reach out to me, and he was angry with me. He questioned why did I cheat him out of the quarterback he wanted when I didn't need him.
Right.
And I said, Mike, trust me, this is for you, not for me. This is another act of selflessness, which leads to more loss for me, but gain for him. And sure enough, Tua kicked ass. Yeah, and he gave Sib Safety the win. And it's a very long-winded way of me saying, guys, you need to trust me and allow me to sometimes intervene. As a coach, sometimes the players aren't going to understand. And you guys need to listen and you need to trust me. And I think for Sib Safety, I gave them another week on the throne is what I did. And so Mike was very grateful. I think in hindsight, you see, that was a loving thing for me to do. Yeah. Cutting them off on the waivers, jumping in when I didn't need a guy.
You knew better than they did, right?
I did. I absolutely did. And I protected them from themselves.
Yep.
Is what I did. And on David's end of the match, he's getting let down once again by his tight end position. He struggled with it year long. He's had a few big weeks, but he's struggling. And Njoku let him down. Jonathan Taylor let him down. David took the loss this week, and I know that one hurt. But it's not over. And David, I want you to go straight for the throne. Don't give up. You are the king. You still are the king. You're my king. And Sib Safety, we got to give them the shout out. They've got the kicker of the year. We're all jonesing over here, wishing he was on our team. But Dicker, the kicker, I'll say this. Dicker is hard to beat. He is phenomenal. He racks up points. And congratulations, Sib Safety. You scouted him. You did the work. You got him on your team. And now you're going to be riding him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think people are going to be looking at their own kickers and comparing to Dicker. And I think they're going to realize, wow, I'm coming up short.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely. It's impressive. And sure, I don't have a kicker like Dicker, but that's okay. And I think we all need to accept that we're all different. Our teams are all different, but we're unique, and it's kind of about what you do with your team.
Exactly. They may not all look the same.
No.
But you just...
In fact, some of them look downright ugly. I'm not going to name names, but some of them are downright ugly. You look at these. Sure, they're unique, but these teams are just...
Yeah.
It's hard to look at them.
Yeah.
But
even then, it's about the result.
Yes.
Can they get the win? And because that's what's going to satisfy the fans.
Absolutely.
Right?
Wow. I don't even know what I was talking about. I think a little bit of that Dr. Seuss stuff still hit me.
Yeah.
But Jeff, next match. What do we got?
I'll talk about my match. Love Hurts versus Cookland and Sinker. Rain's my friend. My best friend. And
your best friend.
Oh yeah.
Best friend or like
best friend.
Best. He's not family.
No.
There would be two different categories: families, best family member, best friend member.
I would say that. Yeah.
Okay. So I wouldn't even be able to be in contention for that best friend. Right?
No. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that.
Braden's your best friend,
but
not as close as a brother, but a good friend. Is that what you were kind of saying?
That's yeah. Sure.
Okay. That makes sense.
I'm kind of have to think about that more later. Okay. Anyways, I actually was able to spend some time with Braden watching the games.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty cool moment. But even though we were best friends, at times it did feel like we were worst enemies. We were 2 feet apart on the couch, but it felt like there was a Grand Canyon between us.
Yeah.
Because of the games and because of these players and these points.
Yeah.
it was an amazing week for me, in short. Just everything working together. My line running backs just dominating on the field. McLaurin, McBride, DJ Moore, my defense, everything clicking. I amassed 163 points. It was an amazing time, and
it's got to be like a top 5 score of the year, maybe?
Top 5, top 3, I would say.
Wow.
Anyways, for Braden, it was not so great. He did well. He did admirably. Saquon Barkley putting up 46 points. It's just insane, and I'm not even surprised at this point. Bucky Irving, 27 points.
What?
JSN, 20 points. Just incredible numbers. He gets 149 points. He loses this week, but if he was matched against anyone else, he wins. And when wins,
really?
Yes. Yes.
That's brutal.
And when wins are so crucial for him at this time, it's that much more hurtful for him. And I couldn't, in those few days, lend my shoulder for him to cry on, because he was my best friend, he was my worst enemy.
Yeah.
But now that that's past and behind me, I feel sorry for him. And I wish that his luck was better. But it's not working out. Doesn't seem to be in sync to get the most points at the wrong time.
Yeah. He's misfiring. He's not picking his shots. You're right.
And he can't. Yeah.
He's prematurely putting up points.
I would say that.
When you know you're going to lose, you rest your guys a little bit.
When you're beat, you got to take a rest. You can't just go at it all the time.
That's right.
You need to have a little bit of downtime so that you can perform well when it matters.
Agreed.
Do
you think it was fair of you to come on so hard at him when he needed the win and you didn't need a win? He's your friend. He needs a win in the league. Did you have to drop a 165 on him?
Well, here's the thing. If he won, we'd have the same record. I needed that. We would both be at 6-6. Now I'm at 7-5. He's at 5-7.
Oh.
So I had to come on strong.
Yeah.
And I had to come on alpha. There can't be two alpha dogs. There's only one.
Yeah.
Well,
you showed him, and he's gonna have to take something away from that, and I think he can.
Yeah, and honestly, I wish him the best, and hopefully this week things turn around for him.
We're thinking of you, Braden.
Thinking of you, bud.
Don't give up. And the silver lining for Braden, his strong performance has put him in the final playoff spot right now.
No way. So he has the most points of those remaining.
He is 13 points ahead of Cam Ura right now.
So it's not all for naught.
So maybe I misspoke when saying he was prematurely putting up points. He needed those points. He needed to blow out every point he can get out because it's making him win.
Yeah.
As far as getting out of the pancake bracket.
Yeah.
All right. I will take our next match, which was a bit of a doozy. Tough match to see for me personally, and I think for all the league. This was Eggs and Bacon versus Bare Necessities. This was frankly a tragedy and travesty. Bare Necessities put up 56 points, I think, and
the whole week.
It's every player the whole week
and
on his team.
All of his players were playing.
Yep. Bare Necessities 56 points. Eggs and Bacon something like 130. It was he did had a solid week. The league competition committee will be looking into this in regards to fair play and best efforts. You know, I think it goes without saying when you entered this league, when you're setting your lineups.
Yeah.
This is specifically for bare necessities right now. I just want to make that clear. You need to put a best effort. You can't give someone a win because it screws other people over. And in this case, it screwed me over big time. I am fighting tooth and nail to get out of this bottom bracket. My only hope is for eggs and bacon to lose out so that I can overtake them on total points. That's my shot in the playoffs.
And it's gone now.
It's gone. He won. It's over for me. I'm going to be fighting for my life in the loser bracket because Jeff wasn't willing to set a solid team. The competition committee will be looking into this. Yeah. I can tell you that right now. That committee consists of me,
right?
Currently.
Yeah.
I may bring on someone else as a counsel, but we will be looking into this.
And by we, you mean you.
For sure me, and maybe a counsel.
You know, I feel for you, Jared, because I mean, bare necessities, he knows he's going to be going to the playoffs. And so while you're just treading water, grasping for something solid to hold on to stay afloat, he's just a drowning man, just pulling down on your legs. He just wants to take someone else with him. And that's not okay. That's not how we do things in this league. And I think Jeff knows exactly what we're talking about. I think he knows. He tried to be covert and sly, but no. That's really sad for you, Jer. And I know how much you do for how much you've done for me, and how much you've done for Mike and Chris, and for every person in this league. And so to see Jeff do that to you is akin to a stab in the back. Is that fair to say with how you're feeling, or am I crossing the line with saying that?
No, I think it's layered. I think he doesn't like having another bear-themed team in the league. That's part of it. Part of it, I think, maybe is mental warfare, knowing he knows how to get under my skin. I'll say that. He's good at it. He's done it. He's under my skin officially. He knows I'm going to be battling against him in the playoffs. He's smart, so I'll tell you that, but I don't think he's getting to get away with this.
So it's like it's as if the playoffs started now for him.
It's already on. He's messing with me. He's messing with me. And I don't mean to take away from eggs and bacon, okay? It was a solid week, I think.
But I mean, anyone could have beaten Jeff.
Yeah. It was he gave him the win. It was a free win. Eggs and bacon, he's second in the league right now. Isn't he?
Yeah.
Like it's nothing to sneeze at. The eggs are coming into form. That runny yolk, it's slowly forming a beak, feet, a little baby chicken heartbeat. There is a fetus in there that is growing. There is a birth that is coming. It is a playoff birth, and eggs and bacon has officially been born again into the playoffs. I want to commend him. He had a lot of haters, doubters, and he pushed through. Yeah. And he found a way to get in. Was I upset that he won? Yes. It doesn't take away from the fact that as league coach, I'm happy for my players, and I want to see them grow, and I want to encourage them, and you did a heck of a job, Andrew, and I wish you all the best in the playoffs. That is everything I need to say.
Yeah.
And we will follow up next week on the league competition committee and what they find.
Yeah, we'll all be eagerly awaiting the results of that investigation. Thank you, Jeremy. The next matchup Camera versus the Gerbinator. Talking about birds, the Seahawks drowning. They're aptly named. Geno Smith, quarterback for Camera, and lead running back Kenneth Walker, putting up absolutely mid performances. 13 points each. Brian Robinson, his other running back, injured early. And that was just the story of his team. No touchdowns for any of his players, save one for the quarterback. But
what?
And despite Derrick Henry getting 140 yards in carries, no touchdown, no receptions, only 14 points. So an absolute mid and honestly underwhelming performance for Camara, and he only put up 101 points to the Gerbinator, 137.
Wow. He's back.
The Gerbinator
He's back.
He's proving why he's named the Gerbinator. You can't mess with him. He's back. And he's back to win. The Achane, 20 points. Cortland Sutton, 29 points. And, talking about his kicker, also huge, 13 points.
Wow.
Defense, 13 points. These kinds of numbers are what get you in the playoffs, and I think Gerbinator is feeling pretty comfortable as he's sailing right into playoffs, about to at least.
Yeah, and we're going to get into that a little later.
Yes.
The final match, we're just going to do a brief one on this one. This was Nom Nom Nom. Previously the bottom-ranked team against myself, Bear Ami. And this one, again, I'm kind of coming into my coaching role here. I coached them into a win, is what I did. And I know how to motivate my players. And with Rob, you need to talk down on him. You need to tell him he's not good. You need to tell him he's not good enough. And he thrives on that, and I know that. And so last week, telling him, he wasn't in the hunt and there's no shot.
Yeah, he's not hungry enough.
And he's not hungry for wins. It did something for him. I knew it would. I knew he was playing me. Maybe people would say, why would you say that? Why do you encourage him to try harder when he's playing you? Once again, I take my role as coach of the league very seriously.
Yeah.
And I put up enough of a fight that I could still see him succeed. And when you're playing ball with your kid and you're trying, right? But when it comes down to it in the end, you better let them get the goal.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Like, try hard enough that you're just about to win.
Yep.
And then just hold back that last little bit.
Yeah.
And let them take it. And that's what I did. I think it was pretty. I was 0.3 points, and I held back at the end, let off a bit off the gas.
Wow.
And I gave him the win he needed.
Yeah.
And it was painful to lose, but I've never been more proud.
Wow.
And I just want to let you know, Rob, even though you are nearly officially in the bottom with a win, doesn't change anything. Just know that shift in your mind was what you needed this week. And next time I face you, it's going to be in the bottom bracket, and gloves are off. Daddy's not playing nice. And you're going down. I'm calling you out right now.
Wow.
Okay. That was fun. That was a fun match. But
now it's getting real.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? it's clear you had an effect on Rob, because I've never seen him so active in the chat.
Yeah.
Man, he was active. He was desperate for the win.
He was desperate for bets. He was desperate. He was shooting shots. We wanted to fight anyone
It was a wild, wild west, and he's out in the middle of the town square, and he has his gun out, and he's saying, "Hey, does anyone want to fight?" You know, that was him, and he just kablam, 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 just shooting at people, and people are dodging. They're not taking the bait, but man, you've lit a fire on him that I don't think he's felt in a long time.
Yeah, that's right. I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
I'm happy he's starting to feel something again.
Yeah,
other than anguish and disappointment.
Yeah, and though he, got the win that week, you're totally right. He's still in the bottom.
Yeah.
And while he might feel like he's loud and proud, ultimately he's just shooting blanks.
He's shooting blanks.
Yeah. Shooting blanks in that town square. And
yeah. You might scare a few people, but there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'm going to have you actually I don't know if you can remember do the pancake meter this week. It's something that I want to bestow upon you, and I did prepare it myself. I did put it together.
Okay.
I did the work. I did the math. I wouldn't allow you to do that yet.
No, that wouldn't be right.
It wouldn't be right, and you're not there yet. You're still recovering, and you're still remembering.
Yeah.
But I want you to read this sheet. I'm going to give you this sheet.
Okay.
And I'd like you to try to read it, Jeff.
Okay. So, starting from the top, how we always do. I even used to do this.
Oh, you good.
Start first place to the last place. SIP safety last week was 0.09 points. And Jeremy has run the math, it seems. And you are now at 0 pancakes. You have you're not going into the bottom playoffs. That's exciting.
Good job, SIP safety. Good job. This is our first ever official 0. Is that right?
I've done a few zeros in the past.
Well, proper ranking zeros.
Sure. Right, yes.
I think we'll call this era, it'll be PA.
What's that?
Post-Al. This is the first 0 in the PA era.
Wow.
Which is impressive.
PA.
Yeah. This is the PA era.
PA era.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not the only zero in the PA. Eggs and bacon were sitting at 3.5 pancakes last week, and now they're down to 0 pancakes. So, big congratulations to them.
Good job.
This is great news. Third place, Love Hurts, myself. I was at 4 pancakes last week, and now I have, it's written here, 1 bite left of a pancake.
That is right.
That's fun. So I'm almost at 0, but there's just I got one more bite.
It's a big bite still, but it's one big bite left.
Okay.
Take that.
A small bite for a big mouth, maybe.
You could say that. Yes.
Okay. I've gotten that remark of that I've had a big mouth. I'm not sure what that means, but in this case, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Fourth place, Gerbinator was sitting at 4 pancakes, and now he is down to 2 pancakes. Wow. 5, fifth place, Rocks in a Pouch. Last week, sitting at 3 pancakes, but he's had a 3-game skid, it's written here.
Yeah.
Now he's at 5.5 pancakes.
Yeah.
We're getting into the danger territory.
It's getting dangerous again.
David probably feels like, okay, I'm fine, but if this or that happens, he could still land himself in that bottom playoff bracket, and maybe soon enough, the pancake house.
You're putting it together, Jeff.
It's starting to come together in my brain.
You're doing a great job. Great job.
Thank you.
Keep reading.
6th place, Braden. He was sitting at, also known as Cook, Line, and Sinker, was sitting at 7 pancakes. He's down to 6 pancakes. So this is that crucial last playoff spot to the person with the most points, regardless of record.
That's right.
So he's sitting in that spot currently. 7th place, an hour in the lower bracket. Camara. Wow, I didn't think I'd see him down here a few weeks ago, but alas. He was sitting at 6 pancakes. He's still sitting at 6 pancakes.
It's so close, isn't it?
It seems like any given week he could be in that 6th spot, and Cook Line Sinkers, in 7th, or maybe even Rocks and Approaches down. Who knows?
Could I be there?
You're sitting at 8th place currently.
Okay.
You were at 8.5 pancakes, and it says here, Jerry, you're at 8.75 pancakes.
I went up.
You went up. It's not looking hopeful, I guess, from your statistics, but there's a chance.
There's a chance, and now that I'm kind of hearing it back, you saying it back to me, what I wrote, I think I need to honestly change it because...
Change it to lower score?
No, I wish. I think this is going to be... This is my first 9. I think I need to be a 9.
Are you sure, Jared? No one's telling you have to do that.
No, I need to. I'm a 9. I've accepted it. I'm a 9.
You know what, Jared?
Everyone's telling me everything's pointing to me being in the loser bracket, and I think I just need to accept it. I think I need to just drown in the cream.
No.
Sink to the bottom.
No.
And I need to be reborn as something new, and get ready to fight for my freaking life.
Jared, I gotta stop you right there. Okay, what you've done for this league since
Jeff.
week 1.
No, don't say that.
I just think people should start playing respectfully and maybe giving back a little bit. Because all you do has been give. You give to me. You give me shelter. You gave Al shelter as well in the networks. You gave me food. You're still giving me food and shelter.
Yeah.
And I want to say, again, thank you for letting me stay at your place. I appreciate it while I'm still kind of looking for a place and a job and all that.
You're looking, though?
Yeah, in my free time.
You got a lot of free time?
Well, my point was that Dr. Sue have been pretty... they've taken up a lot of time. She's kind of recommended me going daily at this point. Yeah. Yeah, she says it's absolutely critical. And even though I've made leaps and bounds, her words, I'm still might as well be in that prison. Again, her words. So she's recommended me, going to her daily for these shock therapy sessions and these other things. And so I've upon her recommendations, given her a hefty retainer, and I've had that large sum of money from selling Al. That's quickly dwindling with how expensive and sought after Dr. Sue is. But the work that she's doing has been incredible, and I think you've seen it.
I've seen it.
And I think the listeners can see it in their ears with them hearing me. And so I can't thank Dr. Sue enough, but I don't have a lot of free time, especially from, the meetings are, I go in for a 1-hour meeting and then she puts me in a trance, and next thing I know, I'm in there for 4 hours, and that's a long session, and that's a big bill.
Wow.
I thought I was going to have free time in the afternoon. It turns out I don't.
So she's billing you when you're asleep.
She's doing work while I'm asleep, right?
Work on you.
On me, in me.
Wow.
Like in my brain.
Wow.
And there's just this tie between us that our brains are just, I think because she knows me so intimately in my brain, that there's just a strong connection. And I owe everything to Dr. Sue, and I'm going to continue to go back as much as I can because she's fantastic.
Well, if it's working, I'm not going to tell you what to do, okay? I'm happy to have you in the shed, and I want you to get better, and I can see you're getting better. So yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
No, I hope it's working, and it seems to be working. So
it's working. It's going great, I think.
Okay. Well, why don't we finish the pancake meter, and then we'll...
The what?
The pancake meter? You were just doing the pancake meter.
What is this paper?
I gave you this paper that's the pancake meter that I wrote.
I don't.
You did? Start reading from
this
there.
This isn't my writing.
Yeah, I know it's not your writing. It's my writing. Start reading from right there. Just read it. Don't have to turn.
Okay.
Don't have to turn your brain on. Just read. You know how to read still?
Okay. 9. A 9 with a circle around it. Nom.
Okay.
Nom.
Yeah. I'll finish the pancake meter. 9 place is...
I don't know what's going on.
You can just sit there and listen and learn, okay? 9th place. Nom, nom, nom. Congratulations, nom, nom, nom. This is your first step out of the bottom. And I want to give you kudos for that. Your pancake score last week was 9.99. This week, your score, 9.999. It's hard to go up even higher, but it's fitting, isn't it?
I feel like I almost heard Rob saying that number, or like responding to that number.
Yeah.
999.
Yeah.
No. And you think back to us earlier in the year calling to that German doctor.
Yeah.
For his number 1 draft pick, Christian McCaffrey.
Yes.
Echoes of that doctor in his ear, plaguing him now.
Yes.
999.
999. When asking for answers, and the doctor just saying, no, you don't get your answers.
And right now, I don't think Rob's happy with this answer either.
But it is fitting. 9th place, 9,999. There is a chance. Okay? There's still a chance. But I needed to add that extra 9 to show you how little of a chance there is. Tenth place, Bare Necessities. Bare Necessities, you are in 10th place. You are at the bottom now. Rob has been warming this bench for you for basically the entire season. Now you're sitting in this hot bench. You were at 9.75 last week. Currently, you are up to 9.99, which is actually gives you a better chance of making the playoffs than Rob by 0.009. If you're tracking with me, Bare Necessities, you were at 9.99. Rob is at 9.999. So, little difference there, but both of you are very likely going to be in the loser bracket. That wraps up that wraps up our pancake meter. And I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope this gave you a clear picture where you're at. Use this tool to your advantage going into the following week, into this week that we are in currently. We are going to finish off this episode with our final segment. It is my right, it is my privilege, and it is my honor to introduce our next segment. It is a betting segment where we gamble, and we do it freely and willfully. This is Locked and Loaded. If Jeff doesn't want to make money, that's fine by me.
No, obviously. Okay, listen. Let me set the record straight. Obviously, I'd like to make money. I mean, I need funds to.
Dr. Sue's making money. I'll tell you that. Frick.
I mean, but she's worth every penny, and I would love to gamble and make money, but
that's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
Dr. Sue doesn't.
You love to gamble. You do. Don't pretend you don't, dude.
But I'm not going to, okay? Because Dr. Sue knows better. She says, don't. It's like throwing money away when I gamble, whereas when I'm putting money towards her, I'm investing.
Okay.
I'm investing in myself. And honestly, I don't think we should continue with this program. I don't think we should call Cam.
No.
Because this is going to wreck lives as it wrecked my life.
Too late. I'm calling him.
Jer, you got to turn that off.
Nope. Back off.
Jer.
It's my right. My privilege.
Jer, it's going to hurt someone.
Don't steal my gambling privileges. Hey, Cam.
Howdy.
So glad to have you on the show, Cam. It is our right. It is our privilege to be able to gamble yet again. Before we get into Locked and Loaded, though, Cam, we got to check in with you, buddy. I know we had some live games that may have been difficult for you, and I just wanted to let you know I'm here to listen and to grieve with you.
Yeah, it was a rough start to such a beautiful holiday, but whatever. It is what it is. If the Bears win that game, and that means that it by any way increases a chance that Eberflus is around, I'm happy to lose it. He's a terrorist. I messaged a couple people. I said, hopefully this doesn't get this taken down off YouTube, but I said, 2 bullets, Eberflus, Hitler, and Bin Laden. I think I go Eberflus twice.
Wow.
But we got a couple more games this afternoon to gamble on. We've got a great slate of games this weekend.
Cam.
Can't stay hung up on a loss for too long. Just got to keep on moving forward.
Hey, Cam, this is Jeff here. I just want to forewarn you. I know that you're in an emotional place right now, but I don't think you should turn to gambling as your solution.
Jeff, can you shut up?
No.
Can you please shut up and let us have our segment, please?
For that, I'm locking in a mega nuclear whale play on the Dolphins money line tonight.
Hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah.
That's Cam.
Cam.
That's so wrong for so many reasons.
Every time you say something, he's doubling the units. Okay?
Jordan Love, 3+ interceptions.
That's not going to happen.
I can't wait.
Oh, Jeff, if you're so sure it's not going to happen, why don't you bet on it?
Yeah.
Huh? He wants to. He said he wants to. Dr. Stu's got a hold on him. Ugh.
That's not true.
Cam, we're gonna have to dive right in on this one. I would love to get a little bit of a parlay going in the chat with the Dolphins-Packers game, because we probably won't air this one before the game starts. If you can do that one tonight, that'd be sick. But what do you got for? Pardon?
I'll try and find something. See if we've got any boosts to use. But you want to jump right into our upset of the week?
Yeah, let's fly through these bad boys and show the people how to make some money this week.
For our Sunnyside upset of the week, there's not too many dogs I like this week. For the sake of the group, I'm not going to take the Dolphins as the underdog, just because, again, this pod's probably not coming out. Just trying to stick with Sunday slated games. For that reason, I think I like the Eagles +3. I know they're playing the Ravens. That's two very good teams, two very good bird teams. The Eagles are on the road, but I just think the Eagles are really freaking good. I think they're turning it on at the right time. I don't think Bald Sirianni has lost a game yet, so I think they keep that rolling. I'm going to take the points +3, but if you're a little riskier, you can just take the Eagles outright money line.
Let's do it.
Then for our lock of the week, over easy lock of the week, I'm running right back to what worked for us last week. On Buccaneers, alternate spread, -6.5. I think main line's at -5.5, so we get slightly juicier odds taking the extra point there. But again, this gives us room for the Bucs to win by a touchdown. Baker Mayfield's a dog. Panthers haven't looked quite as bad the last couple weeks, but I don't know. They play the Chiefs, they just love to keep teams in it. I think the Bucs are very good. Mike Evans back. Give me the Bucs and Baker all day.
Love it. Love it.
And then for our juicy parlay, I've got 6 legs that I love. 6 legs, all of them hitting, guaranteed.
Cam, you can stop now.
Shut it, Jeff. Let us have our fun.
Jeff, get thee behind me.
Yes.
I like Colts Patriots over 42.5. Rams -2.5 versus Saints. Bills -6.5 versus the wimpy Niners. Bengals, surprisingly the favorite here, but I still like them -2.5 versus Steelers. Steelers are not that good, don't deserve the record they have. Raiders, Chiefs under 42.5, and then round it out with Chargers, Falcons over 47.5. That works out to plus 4,100 on FanDuel. If we throw down $5 on that, returns 200.
Heck yeah.
I think that's going to be a little bit better ROI than a GIC or a Treasury bond.
I think so. And
arguably just as safe.
No, this is wrong, guys. This is wrong, and I just want to say to the listeners out there, please do not listen to these men. They do not have your best interest at heart.
You're a liar, Jeff.
I kind of hate the person you've become, not going to lie.
You're a liar.
Cam,
we love these people, and that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
It's like you're giving a grenade to a baby and expecting them to throw it right, okay? They're going to pull the pin, and they're going to blow up, and that's exactly what happened to me, and I can't believe you guys are still doing this. Gambling is what destroyed my life.
Jeff, that is the worst analogy I've ever heard. The only thing there that made sense was you relating yourself to a baby. Okay?
Agreed.
Cam, I wish we could talk more. Jeff,
I got to go. I have an appointment with Dr. Sue, now.
I'm sorry, Cam. Jeff's been busy. He's got a lot of appointments. We're trying to help him out. But I thank you, Cam, for being here for us yet again. Another week of Locked and Loaded, another week of success, and another week of fun. Can we have fun still, Jeff? Is that okay?
Yeah. I never said that.
Yeah, we're having fun. And I will see you in the chat with the Dolphins-Packers parlay. Would love it.
Love it. Go Fins. Fins up, baby.
Hell yeah.
No.
Yeah, let's ride.
See you, Cam.
Take it easy.
That was awesome. I'm excited to gamble.
That's not the word that I would think.
I'm excited to gamble. Jeff, I'm excited you're back. As much as you kind of lost you a few times in there. You kind of spaced a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe tell Dr. Sue to take it easy a little bit on the deletion of memories.
No,
because I love you healing, but this is...
She knows what she's doing, Jer. I'm in good hands. I'm in good soft hands. And you know what? She's worth it. She's worth it. You can't put a price on my life. I almost lost my life. And she saved me. And so she knows what she's doing.
Okay. Well, I love you, Jeff, and I just want the best for you. Okay?
Thank you.
Guys,
I appreciate that.
Thanks for listening. If you could just send your encouragement in the chat to Jeff. I know he's got a lot on his plate organizationally and with his schedule, so he might not be able to get back to you, but let's send him our encouragement. He needs it.
That'd be greatly appreciated.
We're glad that he's back. I'm glad that he's back, and I think this podcast is back on track officially. We are in our PA era officially, and it is exciting.
That's the best.
It feels fresh. It feels new. I don't feel encumbered anymore.
It's great to finally be talking football again.
Yeah. Let's get back to it. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.